I'm State Auditor Pat McCarthy at the Auditor's Office, and it's our job to watch out for the public's dough. So I'd like to share a classic recipe for success. Whether you have a lot of dough or just a little, you can keep the public happy by following a few simple steps. This one is a real crowd pleaser. The public's dough starts with the basics. You have to have the public's resources. And we're going to demonstrate that with a little bit of flour and a little bit of salt. But the ingredients that you can never forget are public service. And that is demonstrated with some yeast and a little warm water. That's what makes public resources come alive. Whether you are hungry for better roads, better schools, or better parks, it all takes dough. And that dough needs to be handled properly. So you knead it until it's just right. Now we need to let the dough rest for a while, but it's also always critical to keep an eye on it. And so we're going to come over here to a warm place, which is my oven that's warm, to let the dough rise. But you got to keep an eye on it. We're going to turn on the light of the oven so we can make sure that the public can see what we're doing. You know, it's really important that we document what we do. By keeping records, we can always locate the public's dough. Pizza dough and oven will go in for a few hours so it can rise. And so we are going to take notes to make sure we're on top of it. And while we're waiting, I want to thank our local governments for their efforts to document the public's dough. Each year, local governments are required to file financial information about their operations with the Auditor's Office. And that's in spite of constantly changing conditions in a challenging year. 93% of governments in Washington State filed their reports. That's 1,800 local governments who did their part to account for the public's dough. Great job. Okay, now we have the dough, and we're taking it out of our bowl, and we are going to put a little oil on our pan so the dough doesn't stick. And this dough has had a chance to rest, and now we're going to spread it around. You may have seen some folks tossing the dough to get it to a certain shape, but that should only be attempted by financial professionals, not by state auditors. Okay, now you may think my pan is kind of funny because it's a big rectangular pan, but that's okay too. Use what you have. That's my philosophy. Most of us just rolling things on the counter will work just fine. Remember not to spread the dough too thin or you will have holes in your budget. It's time for some toppings. Some of us have a special purpose district like parks or a public utility or a school or a drainage district. Others are more general governments like cities and counties, and they provide the range of toppings. So let's do a little sauce. You start with some sauce. So whether you're a special purpose district or general government, you're going to provide that special sauce, right? And we got to put some cheese on this pizza. These are the fire districts. And we're going to be real simple this time because I like lots on my pizza. I like a vegetarian pizza with meat on it. That's what I like. A classic audit, everyone's favorite. Now it's time to face the heat. Remember, it can get hot in the kitchen when you're working with the public's dough. You need to turn the light on and make sure that the dough is visible. You don't want to conduct the public's business in the dark. You'll get burned. Transparency lets everyone see what's coming up and what's appetites for what you're serving. Delicious, warm public service built on a foundation of public support, brought to light with service and delivered with purpose. Enjoy. Manja. I think that's good.